All right, Periscope. Good morning. Good morning, everybody who's coming on. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Listen, this kicks off. This is going to kick off what we're calling our All Aboard series. What I like to kind of do, good morning. Good morning, everyone coming in. Good morning. Hey, Tip, that's my sister. Hello. Good morning. Good morning to each of you. Glad to have you on. Hey, Uncle Cuz Rude. Mimi, good morning. Good morning, Miss Mel, Miss Venus, Cousin Val, good morning. Good morning. So what we'd like to do is kind of kick off this series called All Aboard, where we'll kind of talk about some of the biblical stories that deal with boats. And this week what we'll deal with, good morning, Pastor White. Good morning. Listen, this week what we'll deal with is the Noah and the Ark story. And I'll just kind of take some small insights from each one. Some of them you may have heard, some of them may be new for you. And when we look at that Noah story, it's in Genesis 6 and chapter 7. A couple of things, just as a way of teaching, is that Noah somehow was selected by God because he was different. He was unique, he was distinct, and I want to encourage you to be the same. Today's number one highlight is this. He was given instructions to build a boat even though he had not seen any rain. You know the story. He brings them in two by two. But then also in Genesis 7, he brings them in groups of 7. He has to separate the clean from the unclean. That's important, only important because just because you coupled up doesn't always mean you fit in the same group. And so you always want to be careful about who you partner with, who you group up with. Here's what he does. He actually builds a boat, and you guys know the story, and there had been no rain. The Bible says that when he actually finishes the boat, water comes from the springs below and from the sky above. Here's the key. He was building a boat for a future that had not yet come. He had never seen rain, didn't know what rain was, had never really seen the springs even burst forth with so much water. Yet and still, he trusted God enough with words that God had given and a promise God had made to start building even though he didn't know what was coming. And I'm not sure what you're waiting on. I'm not sure how many more confirmations you need. I'm not sure, how many more words from another preacher, prophet, bishop, friend you're waiting on. But there has to be a place where you start building for later, even though it hasn't come yet. There has to be a moment where you start preparing for what your future can hold and what could be possible, even though it has not yet arrived. We walk by faith, not by sight. We trust God, even though we don't always understand what he's doing and how he's moving. Today's all aboard tip as it relates to Noah is don't wait for the rain to fall before you start building. Don't wait until the springs burst forth and God starts blessing before you prepare to enlarge your territory for it. But in some way, you should start preparing now for what you believe is coming. Prepare now, even through speech, through action, financially, physically, because you just don't know, what may be ahead. Buy your passport or get your passport now, even though you don't have the international destination in mind yet. And what you will discover is that as you build your ark, as you operate as a shipwright, a ship carpenter, you'll start actually putting in place, you will start building the bowl. You will create an ark whereby God starts sending down so much blessing that you will finally be in a place where you can handle it, receive it, and use it later. We're sailing. We're sailing on different seas, trying to find success. And the key for this week will be understanding how Noah helps us float in life, arrive and rise to brand new levels and new locations. Today's tip, get ready, because the best indeed is yet to come. Thank you guys for joining in. Hope you share some more. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:30. Be blessed.